Hello and welcome to the 61st edition of the Tiger Highline Online. This week we have a variety of shows coming up featuring the rush to apply for colleges, Black Friday shopping, and how to fight the winter blues. Let's get to it. As the days grow darker with the onset of winter, so can the moods of staff and students. Adam and Austin set out to discover how some have taken steps to fighting seasonal affective disorder, otherwise known as SAD.
It seems that as the temperature falls into the crisp bite of the cold winter, the difficulty to get out of bed each morning rises. It might not just be in your head, however. About 1 in 20 people are diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder, which is appropriately abbreviated to SAD. SAD, which is essentially depression, can make you feel alone, even in a crowded hallway. Although SAD has been recognized since 1984, it's more likely that people simply suffer from the winter blues.
I guess it's not really sadness, it's just more hate and anger. Just because it's like, it lasts way too long, and I like warm weather because I'm a runner. I like running in the warmer weather, not freezing the butt off every day.
It makes people kind of depressed because it's so long. And it makes me depressed because I feel like there's a bunch of snow on the ground, it's hard to get around, and plus it's so cold outside that there's just nothing. It's just it's not warm, it's not a sense of sunny days, and it's just kind of, boring at the end of the day.
It's one of those times of the year where I just like dream about being somewhere warm and actually enjoying life.
Aside from medication, there are other ways to combat this disorder.
The best thing you can do is to get out there and get the sunshine.
Well, if there's any way you can find a way to have fun, it'd be snowboarding somewhere else, because in Iowa you can't. But snowboarding, maybe. I would say having a snowball fight. That's just what everybody does. But I'd say trying to find, or maybe even doing something inside your house. Maybe getting on the fireplace, or maybe eating something warm, drinking some cocoa, and just kind of relaxing for a bit.
This has been Austin Anderson and Adam Ehrenholtz for the Tiger Highline Online.
Now that the sales from Black Friday are over, Courtney and Becky try to sort out the hazy details.
133.7 million people out shopping, each spending around $160 on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, starting off the Christmas shopping season. We caught up with a few Cedar Falls students who participated.
Shopping in New York City, and I went to Target and Old Navy.
I went to Coleridge Mall.
I went shopping at Jordan Creek Mall.
And I spent almost $400. Probably $600.
I spent $100, but I feel like it usually would have been a lot more.
I would have normally spent probably about $75, but I ended up spending $50.
And it wasn't that busy this year. I've gone past years and it's usually way busier. But I went at 8 and there were a lot of places open, and I went to Forever 21.
It was fun. There was some very good sales, but it was very busy. Very busy.
In recent years, there has been a substantial switch to online shopping in what is called Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday, I shopped online at H&M or something, and I usually spend around $60, and I spent $40.
I bought a comforter, very exciting, and just a couple clothes things, and one gift for my mom. I think I spent $50, and the original prices were a lot more than that. I know the comforter was originally $80.
We tried Cyber Monday out for ourselves at Forever 21. We filled our cart on Cyber Monday, then with the same items the next day. We found that we would save 20% from the original price. This has been Courtney Dobson
and Becky Hughes
reporting for the Tiger Highline Online.
The Waterloo Warriors are skating into another season in hopes of extending their winning ways. Cole has the story.
The Waterloo Warriors are off to a great start as their record stands as 5-2. The Waterloo Warriors have 6 returning players from Cedar Falls.
Goals for the team, less penalty minutes, go to state, get the win in state. Varsity needs to go to nationals, do big things there. We need to go all the way, put Waterloo on the map. I'm most looking forward to road trips with the boys. They're fun. It's a good time to hang out. Brings the team together.
The Waterloo Warriors had their first loss against the Des Moines Capitals in a shootout. This has been Paul Murphy reporting from the Tiger Highline Online.
The scholarship and application crunch is getting more intense with every year. Trey and Jackson investigate the trends.
As first semester is winding down for high school seniors and college applications are being filled out, the dubious task of applying for scholarships is right around the corner. For many seniors, this is becoming almost like a part-time job, constantly filling out scholarship applications.
It is a lot of work to get a scholarship because you do have to, check some things out. You have to apply and all that kind of stuff. But there are a lot more scholarships out there, and I think a lot of times too, kids think that scholarships are only for students who have really high GPAs, and that I don't have that high of GPA, I'm not going to get it, so I'm not even going to try. But there are lots of scholarships, like I said, available for so many different things besides just GPA, and so you just want to really keep looking and keep searching and have something in a portfolio, so every time you apply you don't have to start from scratch. You can look at your resume and copy and paste or tweak little essays, different things like that.
With hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships out there, it is without a doubt that there may be a high demand, and you must look for what scholarships fit you.
It's hard, but you just have to kind of make it a point of, like, maybe you're going to spend so much time every week looking at the scholarship website, checking out what's available, and then doing some of the applications.
With thousands of other applicants, you must take your time and put an effort towards filling out scholarship applications.
Just always be very neat, always be very, make sure your grammar and all that kind of stuff is right if you're doing essays or anything like that, and the English teachers will help you with that. We can help with that, whatever. But yeah, just make sure that everything is, and that you have everything included too, because a lot of times they'll ask for part of a FAFSA, they'll ask for different things. So it like I said, it can be a little bit of an organizational craziness, but you just have to be organized and keep checking it.
Check out the Cedar Falls High School Counseling website and Schoology, where you can find scholarships that will fit you. This has been Trey Browner
and Jackson Skiles
reporting for the Tiger Highline.
This week's featured podcast is a classic from last year. One exceptionally skilled with Chiaka Bonda will whip up some tilapia masala with rice.
Hello everybody, it's Chiaka Bonda, aka the Black Hawk, and this is episode twice of Exceptionally Skilled with Chiaka Bonda. Now, Exceptionally Skilled with Chiaka Bonda is really just a variety show where I take you guys through a thing or two that I'm exceptionally skilled at. Now, this podcast comes out once every 2 weeks, and I know exactly what you guys are saying. What am I gonna do for those 2 weeks I don't have Chiaka Bonda in my life? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Well, everyone loves to eat, right? That's right, we all need it to survive. So why don't you guys dine in style? Because this week, I'm gonna teach you guys how to cook tilapia mansala with Royce. That's right, you guys are gonna be able to dine in style for those 2 weeks that I'm not with you guys. And I'll come back in a couple weeks and teach you guys something else that I'm exceptionally skilled at. For an 8-person serving of tilapia mansala with rice, you'll need 2 cups of rice, salt, 1 cup of peas, a half cup of yogurt, 2 small garlics chopped, one 1-inch piece of ginger, 2/4 tablespoons of cayenne peppers, 2 limes, 8 6-ounce tilapia fillets, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. Okay, I got all my ingredients here ready to go, and I'm about to release my inner Gordon Ramsay. Let's go. Okay, to start things off, the first thing you'll need to do is get your rice, your salt, and your water. And you're gonna need to mix it all in together into a saucepan, and having that boiling over the burner on medium to high heat. Okay, first things first, you're gonna need to add your 2 cups of water into the saucepan. Just like that. And then you can put in your 1/4 tablespoon, of salt. And immediately after that, just throw in your 2 cups of rice. And we're on to the next step. Now after the rice has been boiling for a couple minutes, it's time for you to cover it and put the heat on to low and let it simmer for 15 minutes. After your rice is just about finished, it's time to put in your peas, your veg. It's time to put that in with the rice. Yeah, so you're just gonna sprinkle that veg right in with the rice. Okay, next up you're gonna need to cut 1 inch of your ginger, just like that. And you're gonna want to peel your 1 inch of ginger. So, just like that. Okay, next up you're gonna want to puree all this stuff in the blender. You're gonna want to put in 1/2 tablespoon of your cayenne pepper. Throw that right in there. Then you're gonna want to add your yogurt. Just drop that right in. Next, you're gonna want to put in your ginger. Yeah, you should have cut that up by the time you put that in. And approximately about two tablespoons of lime juice. So now it's time to prepare the fish. First things first, we're gonna need to set the oven to broil and preheat the oven. While the oven is preheating, you're going to need to take the broiling pan and line that with aluminum foil. Then you take your fish and you are going to lay it on to the foil. So take 1 fillet here. Next thing we're going to do is marinate it with the sauce that we created. So you're just gonna take that and just dump that on there. Okay, next you're gonna wanna take 2 tablespoons of butter, just like that. You're gonna wanna put that in the microwave and let that melt. So I'm just gonna take this and drop it right in there. And you're gonna let that sit in there for 8 minutes. Okay. everything's all said and done, it's time to bring out the food. We're gonna have the final touch. Just a couple sprinkles of salt to give the fish some zest. Just sprinkle that on there, like so. Well, that was very good. What do you guys think?
That was tasty.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Tune in a couple of weeks for podcast numero 4. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wrap for number 61. We hope you enjoyed it and encourage you to check out all of our other features online. Until next time, please keep it classy, CF.